Hey everybody, it's Dan with Stonebridge. As you can see, it's ridiculous hat day out here at the range. I just finished a 1-hour home defense rifle lesson with a lady that has some extra challenges. She's a little more advanced in years. She's, I believe, in her late 60s, and she suffers from debilitating arthritis. And that sort of limits her from using most of the platforms we would normally turn to for personal protection and home defense. We went through the rather extensive library of pistols, rifles, and shotguns out here and finally found that perhaps the only platform that she could run effectively with her limitations was a Ruger 1022. And so she purchased one, and she asked that I would sort of customize it, tailor it to her needs, and I did that for her. One of the things that she insisted on was a combination light and laser apparatus to help her aim and to help her identify her target if there's compromised lighting. And we found that she worked best with a pistol grip and actually tucked the stock of the rifle up under her arm. She doesn't have the strength to lift the sights up to her eye line, so she sort of has to run it like a Tommy gun. Now, one of the things that you have to remember, if you're going to run a 1022 or any 22 for that matter, for personal protection or home defense, is that you are using a rather diminutive round. And so you have to sort of expect that you're going to need multiple shots, most likely, to get the job done. Now, there are different ways to teach somebody how to shoot multiple shots, and you don't necessarily want to just program them to always shoot X number of shots, 3, 5, 7, what have you. And so it's nice if you can have a reactive target that will take multiple shots before dropping or indicating that it's down. So what I've sort of cobbled together is a friend of mine in the background who I call Drop Dead Fred. Now Drop Dead Fred has a kill zone that I can change the size of, and right now it's rather small, it's about so big. And I can place that kill zone at various portions of his body. And the reason we do that is so that he can soak up multiple shots, but until you hit a specific spot, he will not drop. So what I'm going to show for you is I'm going to kick the trip wire to open the door. There's nobody else out on the range. I've cordoned the area off for safety, and so if you see the door swinging open and things moving around, it's just a series of trip wires and pulleys so that I can do this safely. And since I know where the kill zone is on Drop Dead Fred, I'm going to shoot a couple of places where I know it's not first, just so you can get an idea of how a reactive target works. So I'll shoot a few shots, and then I'll migrate to about the high chest area, and that's where his kill zone is located. And if everything works right, once I hit that area, Drop Dead Fred will indeed drop. So here we go. We've got eye protection, ear protection, area safe. I'm going to go ahead and check the rifle. Round chambered. Safety. Okay, here we go. Okay, and as you see, Drop Dead Fred has indeed dropped. So if you're going to run a smaller cartridge for personal defense, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. Just get used to the idea of having to fire multiple shots to get the job done. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great time out on the range.